Well, it really hasn't sunk in yet. I still, I do a lot in this town, this community. Just out the goodness of my heart, and just to give back. For me, this is where it all began and all started for me. So it's only right for me to, give back.
Mel, you ever wonder what it would have been like to stay here 4 years? Did that ever cross your mind?
No, that never crossed my mind. that never crossed my mind. Maybe one more year crossed my mind, but 4 years, that's a long time.
What was it like for you and your whole team to play in a facility or to practice in a facility yesterday that's
Well, we didn't. We practiced here.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Bayham kicked us off the court. We couldn't
Yeah.
go over there yesterday.
It must be surreal though to see it there and all,
Yeah, I was there yesterday. That was the first time I actually got a chance to just, get around and walk through the whole facility, watch the team practice. I actually got a workout in over there, so it was kind of surreal for me to be walking around and seeing my name, plastered around the building on the outside of the building. I was, I don't know what word to use, but it was shocking to me, just to see that. I called my family, I sent them pictures of it, me outside the building with my name on it. And it was just one of the moments that, I probably would never forget.
Did you stop and watch the big game in the hallway there that's on a constant loop?
Yeah, I kind of figured that out, that it was on a loop. So I kind of got smart and just got up and left.
How did you get kicked out of your own building?
At the end of the day, this is Bayham's town. So, they had practice over there. We practiced over here. I went over there after, hung out, talked with some of the guys, watched practice. Just enjoying my time up here.
What's it been like to continue your relationship with Jim through USA Basketball?
It's been fun. I can't get rid of him. It started back when I was here, and then it grew and it grew. Then he became one of the coaches on the USA Basketball team. So it seemed like when I'm with him, we win. Championship here, 2 gold medals. So it's definitely a great feeling being back with him.
Does he treat you the same as when you were here?
Yeah, he still yells and screams, and he's Bayham.
You talk about what you've won, Mel, obviously the gold medals and the championship, and what you still want to win the NBA. And how you approach that this season. Are you approaching this season differently?
Well, my approach this season is just take it one day at a time. I know everybody, always look ahead and say, this is our year, this is our year. But for us to be successful, we have to approach it, day by day, one day at a time, and really, put in perspective, what's the task at hand and what we need to do in the midst of that journey.
I've heard you say, though, you think your role might be different this year.
It will. I mean, I don't want to keep, harping on that. What I'm going to do, I'd rather not say it. I'd rather just go out there and just do it and just play basketball. But, in the midst of everything, just have fun and doing it at the same time, because once the game not fun anymore, then, it becomes hard out there.
Did you have a chance yesterday to talk to the team or any of the individual players?
I haven't, not, high and by and, just good luck in the season and things like that. But for the most part, they was over there practicing. I didn't want to, interrupt. I was kind of a fan yesterday.
We talked to Coach Town. He said he wants or expects you to be more of a leader. What do you think of that? How do you approach that role? Are you kind of all of a sudden one of the grizzled veterans here?
Well, I mean, I don't feel like a veteran, especially with the guys that we have on our team right now. So I'm kind of looking at, up to them guys, the Jason Kidds, the Marcus Camby's, the Kurt Thomas, the Rasheed Wallace's, to still help me out. I'm still in the learning process. So there's a lot that I have to learn in the midst of me being the leader of this team. But I'm ready for all the challenges.
One more question, guys.
Melo, being here where you're celebrated still as a champion, does that do anything to your thoughts of what you need to do or want to do as
well, it's just motivating just to know, what I was able to do here by bringing the championship, to the university, to the town. So it motivates me to want to bring that back, to my respective town now in New York City. So it kind of puts everything in perspective.